So today I'm going to be working on a Toshiba RT-200S stereo cassette. I don't have a service manual for this thing, but I think I can get one off of the internet maybe. Also, this thing is supposed to have bad belts. So I'm going to probably, after I open this thing up, I'm going to end up probably ordering those, and I'm going to clean the head and clean the capstan and the pinch roller. I'm going to clean that with all those things with alcohol, and I'm going to go ahead and demagnetize the head. Also, I'm going to go ahead and clean all of the potentiometers and switches if I can get to them. I just turned this thing basically on, and it seems to have a, you hear that scratchy scratchy pot there, potentiometer. The volume, it's the volume control. I think a lot of times what happens there is that the wiper arm, if there's dirt or something on the I would call it the carbon track or something, that the wiper arm goes on for dirt there, the wiper arm leaves the surface of that, and then it hits the surface again. That's why you get this it's kind of like slamming a door, I guess. So let me go ahead and start getting into this thing. Just basically, hear that again. Like, I'm hoping it's just that needs to be cleaned up. And I should unplug it, of course. I can get them all off except for one. This thing is not coming off. Okay, here it goes. And that's it. And then I'll turn it over and take out the screws. Well, of course I did forget one, and that's the tuning knob, and it just pulls off, and that should be it. So far there's a total of 7 screws that I ran into. Sometimes there are screws down in these battery boxes here, battery compartment, but in this case not. There are 3 screws all the way under here, and then up here there's 2 up here, and there's 2 on the side. So in order to get this thing open, I need to pop the cassette door open, and then it's coming apart right there. So I gotta get the camera out of the way. This one came open easily enough. So there it is in all of its glory. This one, wow, doesn't seem to be that convoluted to work on, which is always a bonus. Loudspeakers aren't too big, so I don't think this is going to be putting out a lot of watts, this thing. I might do an output excuse me, I might do an output test when I'm done. So let me go ahead by cleaning the head and the parts, and doing the demagnetization and checking the belts, and then I'll go over to the potentiometers and switches. So the head I'm just going to clean with basically pure alcohol. If it would be like, I've had a case where it's been like really caked on before, and I couldn't get it off. What I used was I just used a toothpick, because actually that wood is pretty soft, and you won't basically scratch anything off. Again, I want to use pure alcohol with this, because I don't want anything leaving a residue. seems to be okay. Now here the cap stand's going to be cleaned, and here the pinch roller. I think what I'm going to do is wait till I get new belts and then turn the machine on, let it run, and then hold the alcohol soaked Q-tip against the pinch roller as it's turning. That seems to be a good bet. This brown stuff here, see, that is right there. You can see that here on here. That's basically tape residue is what that is, and that can cause like uneven running or slippage even. I'm just going to go ahead and just take a quick wipe here just for the hell of it. Yeah, it's I don't know if that can be seen. I guess not. Still can't be seen. It's the camera, I guess. Well, I could clean it this way too while I'm at it. Yeah, seems to be going okay. Yeah, I think now actually the tape residue can be seen. I'm gonna get that all off and clean this here too. And here's the result of my cleaning. You can see. So far I've did the cap stands, the pinch rollers. In case the pinch rollers, if they would be heavily grooved or worn, I would go ahead and replace them. Either you can buy the exact one for this, maybe, I'm not exactly sure, or you can get like a generic one. And of course the head is clean too. You want to get that, them that dirt, that particles of tape here, you want to get them off of here, because if not, the cassette tape, when it runs across here, it's not going to have to make correct contact with the head. I mean, if you have really massive buildup of crud on here, the tape here might barely even make contact with the head itself, and then you're going to have like a terrible and muddy sound. I'm probably going to, here also, here the cap stand here, I'm probably going to put little tiny dabs of oil in there, and maybe here in the pinch roller here in the bearing, but it seems to be moving pretty freely. Sometimes these things are you got to check these too, see, make sure they go easily. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and try to remove the unit here, the cassette mechanism, and the head demagnetization. I think I'm going to save that for last once I got everything together. So for the mechanism, I believe I got to remove these 3 screws. There's 1, 2, yep, and right there is number 3. I can tell just by looking at this thing. So let me get them out. So the screws are out, and I'm already starting to pull this baby out. Okay, wait a second, there's a motor. Huh, there's actually a belt in there, but it might be too loose. So here's the actual problem. It seems to be like a worn out belt. I might even have a belt that size somewhere laying around here somewhere. And what I'm going to do is take it off now, and in order for that, I need to take off this back plate here, and there's I think maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. Let me try by taking those out. So basically I'm on my last screw here, screw number 4. These screws seem to be all the same size too, which is always a bonus. So are we stuck here? No, it's just wiring. So I found another belt and that I had by chance. So I put the belt around this flywheel here completely, and then of course here around the motor pulley, and right here I think once I put this back plate on with the motor pulley, the belt just rides on here. I put the belt on earlier. I put it around both flywheels because I didn't know any better. When I took this thing apart, the belt was just all messed up and you couldn't tell where it was coming from. Of course what I did is I went online and I got an exploded view of the mechanism. You can see right here where my finger's at. It kind of like showed me, okay, it doesn't go around both, right? In fact, I had looked at that earlier too, and I was like, I must have oversaw that. So this is how I'm going to attempt to put this thing together now. So it's kind of hard with the show with the camera. I got the back plate on now, and you can see the belt coming here over the top, and it's going around this flywheel here where my finger's pointing at. It's going around that, and then it's coming up. It's actually up here in the groove. Again, it doesn't go around both flywheels, at least I think so. So here's the actual test now. Let me try play. It's hard to... Okay, it's turning. Let's see. It's not making any weird noise either, so... I don't know if I can show that down in there. You can see actually both flywheels are turning. Let me go ahead and shut this thing off.